Welcome here today to Hot Legendary Wheels, and we are pumped to bring you this incredible legendary show today. We've got a legendary lineup. We, Dad, have reached 136 subscribers on YouTube, over 26,000 views on Twitter with 29 followers on Twitter. We're just getting started, and Dad, we are here today to appreciate all of our viewers, all of our subscribers, all of our followers on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook.
That's exactly right, and we are so grateful. We're humbled by the fact that you allow us to be a part of your day. Thank you for being a part of our day, and we are just so grateful to all of you who subscribe, all of you who watch, all of you who follow on Twitter. We just are so thankful. We're very blessed. You guys are very much a blessing to us, and we thank y'all so much. And like he said, like our son said, we have a legendary lineup today. I mean, a legendary lineup for sure.
Now, as you can see in the backdrop, we got so many diecasts from Auto World, Racing Champions. Plus, remember the last video, we went over the 12 vehicles on the top. Today, we get the bottom 11. We've got the stats on those. And, Dad, we have a new setup to show them that we're going to bring into the later on in this video. But let's get into the legendary lineup of incredible automobiles that we have for them here today on Hot Legendary Wheels.
Well, let's start out by talking about this wonderful little Plymouth right here.
Wow, look at this. This is, oh man, this is legendary. Look at this from Real Rides. Tommy Boy the movie. Wow. The 67 Plymouth GTX Convertible.
Yeah, that's right. The 1967 GTX. This was the year that Chrysler introduced through the Plymouth line. They had the Dodge Coronet and the Belvedere. Well, this was built off of the Belvedere, and they kind of got the name a little bit from the GTO, and it's a GTX. But the car was to represent Chrysler's version of the muscle car. Now, they introduced it in 1967, like I said, and it had the first time it ever introduced a 440 engine either, and it had 375 horses. It had the 318 that had a 361, but these were not muscle car engines. These were not competing with the cars that were actually on the market right now. Back in 1962, all the other automakers had gone through some drastic changes in their designs, had improved them, had gone through drastic changes in a lot of their engines, had made them more powerful. Everything was setting up for this thing called the muscle car era. But Chrysler was a little bit behind. Now, Lynn Townsend came to Chrysler. And he was a man who loved cars. He knew the auto industry, and he knew the business of the auto industry. And so he went about all over America traveling to find out what he could do to help make this thing work. He found out, for number one, Chrysler had no logo that would really identify itself, so he actually had one of those made, and it was the Pentastar. It came out in 1966, and it went on all the dealerships at that time. But his car still did not have what would be considered the muscle car image. Now, they were working on getting some work to be legal for NASCAR and for the National Hot Rod Association. So all this was tying in together. But finally, they chose the Belvedere. And they had actually produced a 440 cubic inch engine. This 440, they put in the Belvedere. They didn't know what it would do as far as the street, being street king or whatever. But it became the street king when they put the 440 in there. But also, it became the king of NASCAR. Hey, yeah, they actually, inadvertently, I guess, created a legend. When we talk about legendary vehicles, there's one right in front of you right there.
Wow.
Yeah, the beautiful, beautiful Plymouth GTX. Well, this car also, it had a lot of real cool stuff with it. It had chromed wheels, road wheels. It had the red line tires. It had the hood scoops. Now, the hood scoops were not real. They look pretty impressive, huh? But I tell you what, the beefed up, that's right, the beefed up suspension and that 440 under the hood, yeah, they were real. They meant business. Well, anyway, this 1967 Plymouth GTX, well, it was fast, and it was, I guess it had one of the cool things that kind of let people know that they were kind of identifying with a NASCAR theme as well, was on the left side on the quarter panel, it had a pit stop type gas filler cap. And so, you know, they put that on there as part of the dressing up the GTX as well. Now, 1967 was a big year for Richard Petty. He drove a Belvedere in NASCAR. Now, Mario Andretti won the Daytona 500 in a Ford.
I wonder if we have any. I'm pretty sure, Dad, that a lot of the viewers and subscribers and followers we have on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, I am pretty sure that they are NASCAR fans.
Yeah, baby. Hey, and today, you know, we know that NASCAR is as big as ever. But Richard Petty, he still has cars out in NASCAR today, and he's at every race. And so it's always good to see the king. As a matter of fact, after Mario Andretti had won the Daytona 500, the rest of the season belonged to Richard Petty. It was almost a flawless season. This little Dodge right here, this little Plymouth right here was unbeatable, almost unbeatable. Nobody could beat it. It was the fastest thing on the track. And that's how he got the name the King, King Richard Petty. Yeah, he did just fast out there in that little Plymouth. But anyway, this particular car went on to become very much of a legend of an automobile. Now, if you look at some of the other cars by 1966 and 67, what had happened.
Before we go on to the next ones, I just want to note right here that the 1967 Plymouth Belvedere GTX Convertible is driven in this movie, Tommy Boy, and this was an incredible movie. It was a hysterical comedy featuring the adventures and mishaps of Tommy and Chris Farley. It was a really incredible movie. You can actually, you can go to YouTube and just look at the movie and see what it's all about. It's really hysterical. But this car was featured in Tommy Boy the movie. And we want to greatly appreciate Real Rides for putting out this iconic, legendary die-cast. This is a very beautiful car, and it's got a really rich color to it. And Dad, this is just a beautiful automobile.
Well, I had to have this. I've had this car since it's been a long time now, but it's been one of my favorites. But this car actually would come in a two-door hardtop, or as you see in the convertible, it had a 4-speed transmission, manual transmission, or it had an automatic transmission as well. But this car was just something on the streets. It was the king. It was just hard to even think about even challenging one of these cars on the street or on a track, on a drag strip. It was just something that was, at the time, Chrysler had actually come from way behind to all of a sudden being in first place. It was almost instantaneously once they put that combination of the Belvedere and the 440 in there. So what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car.
And now we have this incredible backdrop over here of vintage muscle cars, and they are beautiful. We start off top left, the 1966 Chevy Impala SS 427.
Yeah, if you look at these cars, the 427 and these, but look at the style of these cars compared to the style of the Chrysler. This is what Chrysler was running into starting with, because they got behind in the styling train, so to speak, that was going on in 62. But they caught up really fast. They came out with cars like Charger, Challenger, Barracuda, Roadrunners. It was just very, very quick that they caught up. Once they got Lynn Townsend to come in over Chrysler, and he did a superb job of not only catching Chrysler up, just like the Chevelle below. You'd never see any kind of like 396 SS on the car, or you wouldn't see anything like GTO Tri-Power or anything on the car. The only thing that you would see to mark that car, which really would make it a nice sleeper, was the fact on its front fenders it said Hemi. And that was the only giveaway that that car had high power under the engine.
This 1966 Chevy Chevelle SS 396 is incredible.
Look how beautiful that car was.
That is a very beautiful car.
Yes, and look at the Mustang over there. The Mustang.
Ooh, the 1967 Ford Mustang GT.
Ford even made some cool designs in their cars in '67, as did Pontiac.
The C6 Pontiac GTO from Racing Champions Mint.
Man, look how beautiful. But all of these cars that are before you right now, they are completely legendary.
Or should we say legendary?
That's the way to put it. It is completely there.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think about all these legendary, iconic automobiles that Real Rides and Auto World and Racing Champions has done for us, and their incredible die-cast brings about the history of the automobile. Let us know what you think about this vintage muscle here, and how beautiful these cars are. And they are a mint. I will tell you that right now. These cars are a mint, and they are just vintage, and you just can't get any better than this. This is true American muscle.
Yes, it is. And you want to know my opinion of it? Yeehaw! Yeah, baby, man. Turn them on.
Say, yeehaw!
Tack that thing up and let's see what it'll do.
So, Dad, I have a question. You know, I'm all into stats and races and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We both are. So what if you got all 5 of these legendary, iconic, vintage muscle die-cast, and you got them as real cars on a road, and they were on a speedway, and the flag goes down? Which car do you think would win out of all 5 of these iconic, legendary, vintage muscles?
Well, you know what? Those were all dream cars that people look at them and it just kind of just makes your heart race. And if you did that and you put them all out there, man, it would be the coolest race probably in the world you'd seen. But amongst all those, let's see. I'd have to say it would be probably between the Plymouth or the GTO.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I think it would be between the Ford Mustang GT and the Pontiac GTO.
It could be. When you put all 5 of those cars, if you put those things in a race, I mean, look, that would be totally historic.
It would be very historic, but I have to say something. With the 1966 Chevy Impala SS, it looks a little bit heavy.
It's heavy. It's got a 427, which is decent horses and decent torque.
Exactly. So I like it, but I don't think it'll win. The reason why I say the 1967 Ford Mustang GT, because it's light.
It's good.
It's fast. And it's got the horses under it.
Yep. Now,
and the reason why I say the 66 Pontiac GTO is, yes, it's a little bit heavy, but at the same time,
it's more of a midsize.
It's more of a midsize.
And they did have a 389, but they also carried the 455 in some of those as well. So,
hey, let us know what you think. There's one thing, Dad, that we love on this show is comments. Every single comment we get, we greatly appreciate it. We take every comment to heart. We read every comment. Dad, we have so many comments per show.
Yep.
And we want to thank all of those who comment to this show. You are legendary. To all of our, and Dad, before we move on, I just want to take a moment to thank every single subscriber we have on YouTube, every single follower we have on Twitter, every single viewer on Twitter, on YouTube, Facebook, every single person who shares this show, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, every person who comments to this show. We want to greatly appreciate you right now. You are legendary. You are iconic. Without you, this show is not possible.
We want to say thanks to all the die-cast makers,
Yes,
too, all these
to
companies.
every person who puts their work and time into creating these die-casts.
These cars right here that you see up front here on this particular set,
they're history.
These things
they teach history. Right
does is history, but look at the detail and just look how nicely done they are. I am very thankful that we have companies that do this and people that actually design them and make them, because it means a lot to all of us who love history, and especially automotive history. And for us to be able to do a show like this, it's everything. We just appreciate it so much, because without the cars, well, it's like without the viewers, we wouldn't have a show.
Exactly. And we're going to bring these four cars. They'll come back. We're going to bring them back. We're going to take time to go one-on-one with them, and that will be in a future show for each and every one of y'all.
They will be back.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting started here today, and we're getting started with this show. Like I said, we've reached over 136 subscribers on YouTube. We've reached over 26,000 views on Twitter with 29 followers. And we are just getting started, and we want to greatly appreciate every single one of you. You don't want to miss out, because that we have been looking into our archives, been digging out cars, and the things that we have for future shows, for future videos, is going to be iconic and legendary. They don't want to miss out on this.
Well, one place they wouldn't want to be is when we're digging through, because they ain't no telling what's going to be flying around.
Exactly. And Dad, thank you so very much for showing these auto worlds and these racing champions here today, and also Real Rides. Thank you, Real Rides, for what you do. The Tommy Boy movie was an incredible movie. Like I said, go look it up, go check it out, and go check out this car in the movie. We will have a picture of this car in the movie on this show. So it's going to be pretty cool, pretty incredible, and pretty legendary in itself.
We're just very thankful to all these people who make these cars.
Yes, thank you so very much to every single diecast maker. It doesn't matter if it's Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Auto World, Real Rides, Racing Champions, Mejisto, American Muscle. It doesn't matter who it is, and there's so many others I haven't mentioned. Thank you very much to all of the behind-the-scenes workers who create these diecasts, these legendary diecasts, who bring about history to what we can put on this show. Thank you so very much for what you do. You are legendary.
Yes, sir.
We went through on the past video. If you missed the past video, or if you missed the past show here on Hot Legendary Wheels, we went through the first 12 of these iconic legendary Hot Wheels and Matchbox. Now we're going through the last 11 of them. And we've got this incredible, Dad, we got this incredible setup right here.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing this thing work here. We haven't used it in quite a while.
We haven't used it in quite a while. We're going to be putting a car on this spinner right here. This spinner. Now, as you can see, this is actually a car wash. But we're going to be using this today. And, man, Hot Wheels did a legendary job on this setup. I love it. It's even got a mirror. Look at the mirror back there. Mm-hmm. How incredible is that? You can show off your car. And first and foremost, we're starting off today with who doesn't love Batman? I mean, Batman is legendary.
That's one of my faves right there.
So let's put Mr. Batman car right here. We're going to be showing him off. As you can see, let me get my arm over here. As you can see, this thing is spin. So we're going to give you a view of the car. And we're going to let him sit right there. He's going to sit right there. He's going to enjoy it. Dad, this is the Batmobile TM and DC Comics Hot Wheels. The debut of this was in Batman, produced in 2019 until present. The windows right here are a tinted red.
Yeah.
The designer of this was Hot Wheels. This 2019 Batmobile, this came out in 2019, is armed to the grille with hidden missiles, okay, lasers and other high-tech weaponry. Check out the rounded hood vents. Now look, see the rounded hood vents right here. the rounded hood vents, and the 4 gigantic, okay, let's make it turn. Right there. Check out the 4, okay, gigantic rocket thrusters pointing out the back. There's the 4 right there, as you can see. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. Who doesn't love Batman?
Man, I tell you what, he always had some cool rides.
Very legendary, awesome rides. He's here to get his car wash here today before he goes out and takes care of Gotham City.
Yeah, shine up that Batmobile.
Oh, man. So that is our first one right here. And you know what? We're going to put him right there. Look how cool that looks. Next one up, we have the 16. Oops. We have the 16 mercedes-AMG GT3. Look at this. Iconic, legendary car right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Mercedes is a cool car, but when AMG gets a hold of the Mercedes, oh,
wow.
Man.
Look at that.
Man, that thing becomes super cool.
Dad, I think this setup is incredible. Look at this. This is an incredible setup. The debut of this was Legend of Wheels. We actually do have the original of this, produced from 2018 till now. This casting was made in cooperation with the 2017 racing game Project Cars 2, developed by Slightly Mad Studios. So let us know if you have that game. Leave a comment and let us know. Series, this is part of the 2019 Hot Wheels Race Day colors. I love the color of this because this is a light blue color, but if you look at it, it has a little bit of a metallic color to it. Mm-hmm. Very beautiful. Tempos are the black stripes, as you can see. Let's make a turn. See the black stripes right here, going to the right top of the hood and to the back towards where the trunk is. Racing number 1. Right here on the side, on the door panels, and on the hood itself. AMG on sides, hood, and spoiler. That I love this Mercedes.
Mercedes is an iconic car and a legendary car. And they have a great racing history, but the cars they build are just really super nice, and they're very wonderful and dependable cars.
Born this car in real life. Now, the real life form of this was born in 2015 in Germany. This car has a 6.2 liter naturally aspired V8 engine, delivers a 550 horsepower. Wow.
Yeah, those
powerful car.
That means it did not have a supercharger. It was not supercharged, or it was not had any type of it's naturally aspirated, and so we just thank Mercedes for allowing AMG to work with their cars, because man, they create some awesome really fast vehicles.
Now we're going to go to an older. Oh wow, look at this. This is incredible right here. This is legendary. If you haven't subscribed to this show, subscribe now. Hit the notification bell. Hey, Hammy, how are you doing? Hit the notification bell. Hammy's our dog. Hit the notification bell and follow us on Twitter. We're just getting started because right now we have Dad. Want to guess it? Guess it? We have the GTO right here. The Hot Wheels GTO. This is incredible. Love. This was designed by Larry Wood himself.
Yeah.
So, Dad, what can you tell us about the GTO?
I know the Pontiac GTO is considered the very first as muscle car because it was John DeLorean had worked with this car for a while to decide what they were going to do with the car, and they put a 389 into a mid-sized car, and man, it was fast, it was fun.
Look at the styling of this GTO. Very beautiful, very authentic. The GTO, this was the debut of this was Auto Affinity, produced from 2000 till now. Designer was Larry Wood. Now here's the cool fact. The GTO restyled for the 1965 model year added an improvised 389 engine rated at 360 HP, which recorded a record from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds in the standard quarter mile, and an observed top speed of 114 miles per hour, making this a treasure hunt car, a real treasure hunt car of its own.
I tell you, the GTO lived up to its name too, because they got the name from the Ferrari GTO.
Dad, I have a question for you. Bring over one of them cars.
Which one do you want?
Anyone. Oh, okay. So you're bringing over. Hold up.
No. I mean, it didn't have to be another GTO. I just reached for that one first.
Whoa, hold up. Okay, let's get another one. Look, he brought out this one.
Yeah, that one.
This legendary '66 Pontiac GTO. Let's get another one over here.
Okay, let's check this out. Okay.
Oh, so you want to bring in the Mustang?
Okay, let's do this thing.
So, Dad, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
All right, so we brought back in the Auto World's Vintage Muscle 1967 Ford Mustang GT. I have a question for you, Dad. If you took the GTO if you took the Pontiac, the legendary Pontiac GTO against the Ford Mustang GT, which do you think would win on the track?
Well, I think that GTO would have a good chance.
You think so?
I know the Mustang's lighter.
Hey, I'm still pulling for the Mustang.
Well, yeah, but the Mustang's lighter and stuff, but it's a pony car. GTO's a mid-sized car.
Wow. So here's the deal, Dad. In this next show, I want you to get the stats on this.
This is more like it.
Hold up. Dad said, let's bring in this one. The 1966 Chevy Chevelle SS396. We're bringing this back from Auto World, teaming up with Car and Driver.
Now you're talking even Steven here.
Okay, so now you're saying that the Pontiac GTO, right here, the Hot Wheels Pontiac GTO, in real life, got him on the track, you're saying it would probably beat or tie with the 1966 Chevy Chevelle SS396.
That would be a very good race. Very good race.
I want our viewers and our subscribers and our followers on Twitter and on Facebook and YouTube to leave us some comments on this, because, ladies and gentlemen, personally, I'm going with, if it was the Mustang against the GTO, I'm going for the Mustang, but if it is the GTO against the Chevy Chevelle, I'm going for the GTO.
Well, you're probably right. You're probably right. Now, if you wait till you get about 1970 and they came out with that Buick that had the 455 in it, probably put them all to shame.
It probably would. That's powerful right here. Man, I love. We're going to put these right here. I'm going to put these right here. Very beautiful, legendary automobiles. So now that we're going from the Pontiac, let's put him right here. He's getting ready for his car wash. Let's move on to a legendary Matchbox.
Oh, wow.
Here it is. This is the Matchbox Mercedes-Benz ML from Jurassic Park.
There you go.
Look at this. Now, this is a new model for 2019. Part of the Jurassic World.
Hanging out with them dinosaurs.
Yes. Produced in 2018, Series 2019 Jurassic World 5-pack Island Explorers. We'll have to show you that 5-pack pretty soon. Dad, I love Mercedes-Benz, and I love what Matchbox does with every single... Matchbox puts so much detail into each and every one of their automobiles. Yeah, it's incredible.
They work very hard to be as precise as possible on a die-cast that size, and they do a great job.
So let us know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, about this Matchbox Mercedes-Benz ML.
I like it.
I love the camouflage. Hey, I'm a huge camouflage fan. And look at the wheel colors of this. Beautiful color. Mm-hmm. I love the camouflage color to this. And man, I will tell you this, if the dinosaurs got after this car would escape the dinosaurs.
I tell you what, it'd have some speed there for sure. There'd have to be some fast dinos out there.
So let's put him, he's getting ready to go for his dinosaur hunt. So he's got to get washed up. Next one we have, Dad, is, wow, look at this legendary car right here. from Hot Wheels. Ooh, let's make. Ooh, he's ready to go. He's ready to go. Let's make a turn on this one. As you can see, there he is. Dad, this one is the Hot Wheels Aston Martin DBS.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Now we do have the original of this. If you remember, the original was gray with, or should I say, silver?
Yeah, silver's
with red inside. We do have the original one.
And that's a beautiful color combination too.
Yes.
We have the car, and it is a beautiful, beautiful color combination.
The debut, of course, I said we do have the original of this. Was in the Hot Wheels Premier All Stars. We'll show you that original one in a future video. Series 2018 Hot Wheels Exotics 5-pack. So this is part of the Hot Wheels Exotics 5-pack, and this is a legendary exotic right here. Beautiful car. The color is that I love this color. It's a metallic blue, dark blue, metallic.
It is a beautiful. That color right there looks good on a lot of cars, but on that Aston Martin right there, it's nice. Very nice.
Like I said, I just love the dark blue metallic color to this. Now, the tampos to this, let's turn this car back around. The tampos to this is white, blue tampo stripes on hood and on the rooftop. It's got, I noticed it's got a little bit of a teal green tint to the stripes also, like a grayish teal green. Windows are a smoke, and the interior is a red. And I also love the red lined wheels right here. And they're the vintage sporty wheels. Very beautiful color.
Yeah, that is a good color combination right there on that. That's for sure. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Now, Dad, you're going to love this next one.
Okay.
You're going to love it, love it, love it. Dad, we are Bronco fans.
Oh, yeah.
We are Bronco fans. And I especially love how Hot Wheels came out with the Ford Bronco.
One of my uncles had one of the original 1966 Broncos. I thought that was about as cool.
Look at this, Dad. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Right here, we have the Hot Wheels Custom Ford Bronco. Debut was a 2008, new models. We do have the original Bronco that came out in 2008, produced by Mark Jones and John Valette.
Well, they did a good job on that one right there, boys.
Now, the Custom Ford Bronco is a Hot Wheels casting. The casting was co-signed between Mark and Jones. Now, Valette then took the design and turned it into a 3D form. Mm-hmm. The casting has been modified 3 times. Okay? Now, this one right here, this Ford Bronco, this Hot Wheels. Now look at this. If you can see on the back fender, it has Goodyear. Goodyear right there. That's pretty cool. This was part of the 2018 Jungle Rally 5-pack. The color of this is a beige color, which means it's talking about the top. Now it's really actually the body of it is I would say a forest green, but the top, which is the crowbar area, is a beige, and the front lights, let's take a look at the front. You can see there's the front lights are a beige color as well, and of course you can see there's the mud on the tires. The tampos of this are black, white, and orange stripes, as you can see right here, and then it has the Hot Wheels Junior, Plus Junior, and Jungle Rally on side. You got to get some mud on the tires.
I mean,
love them.
That's what them boys.
Now, are they going to come out with a 2020?
Well, they're working on
a real 2020.
Honestly, they're working on it. They brought the Ranger back, and I think it's going to be based on that new midsize Ranger.
I think it's going to be hot. I'm excited to see the brand new 2020 Bronco when they do come out with it. It's going to be hot.
I think
should we say legendary?
Yeah, I tell you what, Ford is a legendary, the Ford F-150 is a legendary truck. These are built off of the Ford F-150 chassis and stuff. But the Ford truck is a very hard-working, very dependable vehicle, and so they've earned their reputation. And top seller, that's for sure.
So we talked about Ford, and now we're going to be talking about Chevy. Look at this. This, Dad, is iconic.
Yeah, put on your bow ties.
We are talking about the Hot Wheels 67 Chevy C10 original. This is, Dad, the original in Hot Wheels. This is when it... Okay, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it now. If you haven't followed us on Twitter or Facebook, do it now, because this right here is the original casting of the Hot Wheels 67 Chevy C10, the debut of this. Like I said, this is from 2013 Hot Wheels showroom. This is part of the Hot Trucks, produced in 2013 till now. The designer was Ryu Asada. The color is red. The tampos are white stripes on the sides. Dad, this is the original casting in Hot Wheels.
That truck is from 1967, just as many of these cars that we just went through a while ago. So it came out about the same year. The Chevy trucks, they had those open, cut out wheel openings there. Man, you could dress those things up. You could do just about anything you wanted to customize that truck.
And this is an original casting.
And I mean, those trucks, they're still, today, when we go to shows, and they have four-wheel drives of those trucks, or they have just the trucks, even low riders of those trucks, my goodness, those things still look so good. They're timeless. They're timeless. They're just beautiful, beautiful trucks.
And I love how Hot Wheels did this. This is, like I said, incredible. This is an incredible, but Dad, this is an original casting.
Yeah.
This is this is the debut color. This is the debut casting.
They did a great job on it, too.
Wow. Then I'm going to let you look at this a little bit closer, because this is, look at that.
It's beautiful.
Look at the chrome interior. Just beautiful.
They just did that so nicely.
Wow. We're going to put this one right here.
Those Chevy trucks deserve to be treated right. And
yes.
That one's treated real nice.
This was treated. Thank you so very much, Hot Wheels, for all of your incredible, and not just Hot Wheels, but Matchbox. Thank you so very much for all of your iconic, legendary castings. To put these things together, thank you so much. You are legendary.
Yeah, we thank y'all. I tell you what. It is just such a pleasure. We have so much fun with these things. It's such a pleasure of ours, especially when we go looking for cars. But when we go back through our archives, sometimes, we know we got certain vehicles, and we go start looking for them. And when we find them, it's almost like finding them for the very first time. Yeah, sometimes it's really cool.
The next one we have, Dad, is the Hot Wheels Loop Coupe, and we actually do have the original of this. The debut was Hot Wheels Racing Thrill. Series is racers produced from 2013 till present. This casting is from the 2018 Hot Wheels 50th Track Stars. I love that. I'm a huge fan of metallic colors on cars. But what about the metal flake gray on this car?
Yeah, the metal flake is
metal flake gray. Look at the metal flake. Look, you can see.
That's always a beautiful, beautiful way to paint
you actually
a vehicle.
See the metal flakes in that car. Very beautiful. And I'm so excited that Hot Wheels came out with these metal flakes and these metallic colors. Very beautiful. The Loop Coupe is based on 2012 Double Dare car. The 2012 Double Dare.
Double Dare.
So we'll have to bring out a picture on the show to show you that here also in this show as well.
It is a very beautiful diecast right there before you, ladies and gentlemen. That is a beautiful car.
And we do have the original of the Loop Coupe, and we will bring you out that. We got to dig it out of our archives, because we had tons and tons of thousands upon thousands of cars.
Like I said, get out of the way.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
I'm going looking.
We're going to go looking. So here is the Loop Coupe, but Dad.
Yeah.
This next automobile is history. It brings about incredible history. You're going to love it. You ready for it?
I am ready.
I want to hear your stats on this car, because we are talking about, wow, the Hot Wheels 69 Dodge Coronet Super Bee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that right there. There is, Dad, what can you tell us about this iconic, legendary vintage automobile.
Well, you see the Belvedere sitting up here. The opposite of that car was the Coronet, the Dodge version. The Dodge version has always been the opposite of what the Plymouth would have, a version of the car as well when Plymouth was around. As a matter of fact, it just broke my heart when I saw Plymouth actually going away, because, I mean, what an iconic name, but the cars that were built under the Plymouth. But these Dodge Coronets, oh boy, they were so powerful. They were the cars that as well became very legendary. They had the 440 cubic inch engines in them, and just like this one here, many of them were used as race cars as well. And not only that, but they dominated the classes they were in, where they were in the stock eliminators, where they were in NASCAR, whether they were just running drag races, the National Hot Rod Association. But this car to me is, I've always enjoyed Mopar products as well.
Mopar special right here.
And this car to me has been one of my favorites all along as well.
Hey, if you're a Mopar fan, leave a comment. We love this. One thing we love on this show is comments from our viewers, our subscribers, our followers on Twitter, our viewers and subscribers on YouTube and Facebook. We love your comments.
Through the years, the cars that have been built here and are made in America, the cars that have been made throughout the years from GM, General Motors, from the Ford Motor Company, Lincoln, and from Mopar, where you had at one time you had your Dodge, your Plymouth, of course you still have your Jeeps, but it just had wonderful, wonderful cars coming out of these companies. And I mean, it's just been a ride, a fun ride.
And like I said, it's so incredible to see the history from where the automobile has come to where it's going. And Dad, the debut of this was new models produced in 2018 now. The designer of this was Phil Rahman. Thank you, Phil, for what you do.
Beautiful, beautiful.
The Super B is the Hot Wheels casting based on the production car of the same name, debuting in the 2008 new models now. Equipped with a 390 HP version of the 440 V8 engine with three 2 BBL Holley carburetors on the aluminum intake manifold. We have the original casting of this in our collection. We will bring you out the original in a future video, but like I said, we got to dig in.
Plymouth had the Super Bird and they had the Super B.
Wow.
And the other was made off the Roadrunner, and this was
we need to bring both of these out, the Super Bird and the Super B.
Well, we go.
But what do they need to do? Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe. If you want to see the Super Bird, the Super B put out together, side by side on this show, let's get up to 150 subscribers.
I got a beautiful 124 Super Bird by Johnny Lightning.
Whoa. Hey, if we get up to 150 subscribers, we'll also show that as well. We'll throw that in, and we will we'll debut that on this show as well.
Those cars will definitely get your blood pumping.
Yes, they will get your blood pumping. Love.
They will, man. Race them hearts, I bet it.
Next up, we go back to Batman. Oh man, he's saving Gotham City. Look at this. This is legendary. Here is the animated series Batmobile. The debut of this was Batman. We have the original casting of this, and remember the original casting was black.
Yeah.
Pure black. It was beautiful. It had like a metal flake black color to it. We have the original of this from 2018. It was produced in 2018. Born in Gotham City. The designer was Earl Cooper. So the designer of this the animated series Batmobile right here was Earl Cooper.
Boy.
Thank you, Earl, for what you do. I'll say this, Dad. Nothing beats the Batmobile.
I tell you what, they've changed them out through the years and stuff, but they always really do a good job on the Batmobile now. Now I guess it's just me. I'm kind of partial to the original one, but
yes, the original is incredible.
But I still love them all. And this past month, as a matter of fact, Batman actually the comic book and everything turned 80 years old.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
80 years. And I got some original comic books. We're gonna have to bring some of my original comic books onto the show and let them see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really cool. So we're gonna have a Batman show pretty soon. We'll have a Batman show pretty soon.
We'll dig all them things out.
We'll dig all them things out. We'll get some Batman cars together. If you want to see a Batman show, from cars to animated comic books, subscribe to the channel right now. Hit the notification bell. Follow us on Twitter. Let us know. Leave a comment. The biggest thing, leave a comment. Let us know if you want to see a Batman show. We will give you an iconic, legendary Batman show.
They've made so many colors of even the original TV version of the Batman car, the Batmobile. They've got all kind of colors. We've got the original black one, man. They've made blue ones. They've made gray ones. They've made white ones.
Well, this one, talk about Metal Flake. This is a Metal Flake dark blue. I want to show everybody right here. If you stick this in the light, look at the Metal Flake dark blue in that. See it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful color. Now, like I said, the original one is pure Metal Flake black. Very beautiful. But I love this casting. And Earl did an incredible, legendary job. But this animated cartoon Batmobile, had flare guns, had a mighty missile rack, and tools to create smoke screens and oil sticks. It also has jet exhaust. Let's see this on the back. It has a jet exhaust and the reverse boosters to boot. How cool is that?
I tell you what, if you get behind that car and start shooting that oil out at you, man, you find out what going round and round was all about in a hurry, wouldn't you?
Man, I'm a huge Batman fan. Love Batman. And we thank Batman for saving Gotham City all the time. But Dad, we're jumping into the last vehicle, the last casting of the show today, Dad.
That's only of this show. And there's a whole lot more shows.
I know, but I'm sad we're getting to the end of the show.
I know.
Because, well, Dad, we have another 16 mercedes-AMG GT3 of a different color. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. You have the light blue. Now you have the dark candy blue. Wow, I love this dark candy blue on this car.
That is a cool color.
Look how incredible that looks, ladies and gentlemen. The dark candy blue. Now, the tampos to this, by the way, this is part of the Legends of Speed. The tampo of this is red and yellow stripes on hood, yellow stripes, Hot Wheels logo, and 68 on sides. Which this does not have the 68. This actually has the 71 on the sides.
Yep.
Love this incredible.
You did say Legends of Speed, didn't you?
I sure did.
Well, doggone.
It's on hot legendary wheels. Legends of Speed is on hot legendary wheels.
There you go.
Dad, this has been an incredible. Let us know.
We have had a ball today.
You know what? Let us know what y'all think about this setup. Do y'all want this setup to stay here on the show? Do y'all want to see this? We'll use this setup on all the future cars we have, or maybe you want to see the old setup or whatever. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Now, personally, look at this setup, Dad.
We might swap between both of them.
We might swap, but let us know. We love to hear your comments. We love to hear your views and
I think that thing
what
looks
you
pretty
think.
Cool.
Huh?
I think it looks pretty cool.
I think it looks pretty cool too. I think it sets off the thing really awesome.
Plus, you get the cars cleaned up while you're
look at this. Look at this. He's gonna get it blow dried.
There you go.
He's getting his. Oh, look at that. There's a washer going and everything. He's getting it detailed out. But we want to thank Dad before we end this show today. Dad, we are honored to. To me, it's amazing to see. We started this show with 0 subscribers, and we've got 136.
Yeah.
Now, 136 to us is incredible.
Yes, and we just look forward to everyone who decides in the future to
whether you have 1 million subscribers or 1 subscriber, every single subscriber to this show is important.
It is important.
Is important. You are legendary. And the same thing on Twitter. Every single follower we have,
every viewer,
every single viewer we have, every single person who comments, every single person who views us, and every single person who shares this show with people around them, you are legendary. And this show is dedicated to you. And to every single diecast maker, behind the scenes creators of these cars, this show every single week is dedicated to you. We are honored. We are privileged to bring you this show every week.
I tell you what, it is a privilege and it is an honor. And we are really, really super thankful. You guys are super blessings to each of us. And
let's bring in those other 2 cars over there. Let's show them everything we've shown them here today.
Yeah.
We have brought to you Hot Wheels. We brought to you Matchbox. We have brought to you, Auto Worlds. We have brought to you Racing Champions. We've brought you Real Rides.
We ain't messing around, boys.
This has been an iconic, legendary show today. Yep. We thank all these automakers, all these castings.
Yeah.
We want to thank you for what you do.
Well, I tell you what, we have enjoyed today. I always have fun with
this is fun.
Yeah, I always have myself a good time.
This is fun.
But I just look at those cars and they bring back so many wonderful memories and times that have enjoyed through our lives. And man, I've got to ride in a bunch of them cars, and I've even got to drive some of them. So
that's incredible.
It just reminds me of a whole lot of good things.
So with that being said, Dad,
yeah,
we got to say one thing to all our viewers, all our subscribers, all the people who comment to this show, to this channel, all the people who share this show and this channel around them, all the people who follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. We need to say one thing to them.
Okay, let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Keep being
legendary.